Hi there, it's Chris here from Phoenix Support for Educators. Today I'm going to give you 3 tips for educator wellbeing. Tip number 1, challenge your unhelpful thinking. You are allowed to challenge your thoughts. Just because you think something doesn't necessarily make it true. You see, often when an event occurs, what upsets us is usually not the event itself, but the way we think about that event, our judgments of that event. When something happens, we often utilize a whole range of unhelpful thinking styles. We catastrophize and blow things out of proportions, we disqualify the positives in situations, we jump to conclusions, and all this thinking affects the way we feel. Therefore, the way we think about things affects the way we feel about things. And then the way we feel about things affects the way we behave. So remember, you are not your thoughts. Just because you think something doesn't necessarily make it true. You are allowed to challenge your thoughts. One of my favourite lines comes from the philosopher Seneca, who said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Tip number 2, let go of things outside of your control. So often we get worked up about things that are entirely outside of our control. You see, there are only 2 things that you can control, your thoughts and your actions. Essentially, yourself. So you don't actually have 1,000 competing concerns. In every situation, you only really have 2 concerns. What are my thoughts and my actions on this? Therefore, something that is outside of your control, it's fine to let it go. Worrying about it won't change a thing. However, if there's something that you can do towards a situation, if you do that thing to the best of your ability, you can rest easy knowing that you've done the best you could no matter what the outcome. You see, you can't always control the situation, but with practice, you can learn to control how you respond to that situation. Tip number 3, come up with a cup filling plan. We've all heard the saying, you can't pour from an empty cup. But what is it, this cup of well-being that people seem to be talking about? What if I told you you don't have 1 cup, but 5 cups? The Phoenix cups represent our 5 basic human life needs. These cups include the connection cup, the safety cup, the freedom cup, the mastery cup, and the fun cup. When a person has full cups, they feel good and have a strong sense of well-being. When their cups are emptying, a person feels unease and is driven to choose behaviours that will fill their cups. It is important to our well-being to reflect on what we need in our cups, then make sure that we make plans to ensure that our cups are getting filled. To work out what your cups are, take our free quiz at www.phoenixcups.com.au. Thank you for listening. If you found this video helpful, or if you know that these tips may be helpful to somebody else, be sure to give this video a share. All these points and more are developed upon further in the Educator Wellbeing Workshop. If you want to know more about the Educator Wellbeing Workshop, jump on over to www.phoenix-support.com.au and check out my workshop. We'll see you next time.